moved us here. Let's go over all the games happened Monday night. The first game is between the Indiana Pacers and the Wizards. Wizards got the win 130 to 124. Russell Westbrook really went off. We talk about him a little bit after the Pacer guys. Justin Holiday still getting the 30 minutes, so I would still like to hold on to him and give you good source of threes and steals. Three threes, two steals. Good in category leagues, not so much in points league, obviously. Sabonis 35 points, great stat, and the two steals is also very nice. Free throw, we know he's bad, and Miles Turner one steal, four blocks. Also, just an average Miles Turner game. Karis Levert, this is why I don't, I just don't like this guy. He's still 90th ranked player. It's worth holding on to, but I just don't have, very high hopes. He's at, I think his best category is probably the 1.2 steals. 17 points is also good. 5 assists is good. I think his upside is not that high on this Pacers team. Like he won't be like when he was in the beginning of the season on the Nets when KD and Kyrie were missing games. He's got all those guys on this team. The minutes is secure, right? But the counting stat, he's not gonna put up huge counting stat, and the efficiency is rough sometimes. You can still hold on to it, but I just don't think he's gonna put up like top 50 that type of numbers. Just because there's so many guys on this team, he's not gonna get the huge counting stats, and his efficiency is pretty bad. Malcolm Brogdon, 26 points, 5 threes, 8 assists, 4 rebound. Good. this is what Malcolm Brogdon looks like. The steal numbers is completely gone. TJ McConnell, only 22 minutes. He's leading the leading steals almost. I would still hold on to him. 9 assists and 2 steals is still good enough for me against this bad Wizards team. Sometimes he gets 22. Sometimes if he's really playing well, he could get 26, 27 minutes. So I will still hold on to him. The Pacers, they're playing all their starters heavy minutes, and TJ McConnell will come in to soak up like the sixth man on this team. I will still hold on to TJ. On the Wizards side, Rui Hachimura, great game, 36 minutes. His minutes has been really, really high, 35 plus minutes pretty much every single game. Worth streaming. But in category leagues, we know this guy is really going to give you points and rebound and nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. Alex Lamb played 22 minutes. Again, while Daniel Gafford suffered a pretty bad ankle injury. And he was playing in 15 minutes. He was giving us 6 rebound and 2 blocks. We don't know how long he's going to be out. But whenever he comes back, we want to stream him for blocks. He's very consistent. Just 15 to 20 minutes give you 1.5 blocks. And we have Russell Westbrook. Bradley Beal is out of this game. Did not play. Russell Westbrook took 26 shots. Good efficiency. Free throw line 60%, but that's okay. It's only 3 for 5. It's not like 6 for 10. That would be way worse. Hit 4 threes, 35 points, 2 steal, a block, 21 assists. I think he broke just a couple of records. No big deal. Not that many guys in the history had 30 plus points, 20 plus assists in a game, and then 10 plus rebound. It's not that many guys. So in terms of counting stats, Russell and only 4 turnovers. So Russell Westbrook in fantasy is giving you huge volume in assist and rebound and steals lately, and even give us a bunch of blocks and obviously points. Just overall great. If you got Russell Westbrook in certain team build in category leagues, Russell Westbrook is basically a god, especially if you're punting 2 of the 3 efficiencies. His rankings is really, really high up there, and he's playing back to backs. Playing better and better. The only thing, his efficiency has been pretty good as well. It's just his free throw is still bad and a lot of turnovers. But if you traded peanuts for Russell Westbrook, you're probably good right now in terms of counting stats every week. You're competitive in those categories. The next game is the New Orleans Pelicans beating the Boston Celtics. Oh boy, Celtics still losing. Brandon Ingram, only 1 rebound in 37 minutes. That's kind of low. 9 assists is good. 1 steal, and efficiency-wise, pretty bad for Brandon Ingram. Zion, after going off every single game in last week, had 28 points here, 4 steals. Just putting up huge numbers. Ignore the free throw. Zion is really good. Steven Adams getting the 30 minutes. He's definitely a guy you can stream. Just to know that his free throw he's gonna hurt you in the free throw. Usually a pretty big rebound guy because Josh Hart went off as well. Put down 15 boards, 15 points. Lonzo Ball is still out. We don't know when he's coming back. Until he comes back, Nicole Alexander Walker is the guy you want to stream. 34 minutes, no defensive stats, surprisingly, and misses 2 free throws. But you gotta roster him. He was a team best plus 17, while guys like Brandon Ingram, Steven Adams was a -8, -9. So he's playing pretty well, contributed to winning at least this game, in a very small sample size. Eric Bledsoe, yeah, they're not interested. The steal numbers at this point in his career is completely gone. Not getting any steals, and no steals value. Steals used to be his best category. Now it's completely gone. Averaging less than one steal, like 0.7, 0.8 range. Let's look at the Celtics side. Jason Tatum played great. 34 points. Good efficiency. Too bad they couldn't get the win. 2 steals, 5 assists, 9 rebounds. Great. This is the Jason Tatum we expect. Robert Williams, wow. They're not playing around. They gave this guy 32 minutes. And, 3 blocks, 5 assists, 10 rebounds. This is what this guy can do. If he's going to play 30 minutes a night, he's going to be Miles Turner territory. I think maybe even better than Miles Turner because he can get more rebound. The blocks, on a per minute basis, who knows? He play 30, 35 minutes, he can block over 3 shots a game, right? He grabbed more rebounds than Miles Turner. He's more efficient than Miles Turner from the field, right? And he also get a lot of assists as well. Jesus Christ, he had 5 assists. Yeah, he's 64th ranked player, only 18 minutes. I think last game he also had like 4 or 5 assists. So yeah, if you picked him up, maybe he can win on the league. I don't know what the Celtics gonna do when what's his name? They got Tristan Thompson. Yeah, Tristan Thompson is still out, and they also trying to Andre Drummond signed. Oh yeah, they just got Boogie Cousins, right. So what's gonna happen with Roberts when his minutes? We don't know. I imagine. I mean, they signed Cousins. They're gonna give him 15 to 20 minutes. They have to play Tristan Thompson some minutes as well. So I don't know, but it seems like Robert Williams is trending into the right direction at the moment. We'll see what happens when those 2 guys come back. But really good. And this game he was pretty good in terms of plus and minuses. Marcus Smart, 15 points, 2 blocks, good stuff. 3 assists. Good stuff from Marcus Smart. Campbell Walker, 23 points. Yeah, just the points, nothing else. And Evan Fournier in his debut went 0 for 10. And I think he's a droppable guy. If you still have Evan Fournier, I mean, this game, I think Jaylen Brown was out. If Jaylen Brown played, he would have played 30, 35 minutes. I don't know Evan Fournier gonna get like. I don't know if they're gonna split the small forward minutes with Evan Fournier and Jaylen Brown, just those 2 guys. But if that's the case, Evan Fournier not gonna play not even gonna play over 25 minutes. And even when he's playing 30 minutes, his value is really just the points and some threes, right? Although he gave us 2 steals and 2 blocks, that's pretty good this game. I would be very comfortable dropping Evan Fournier at this point. Let's go on to the next game. The Minnesota Timberwolves losing to the Brooklyn Nets. It was somewhat competitive, considering Timberwolves are tanking. Anthony Edwards, wow, I just Malik Beasley came back. I thought maybe Anthony Edwards was gonna lose some usage. No, D'Lo is still a couple weeks out. It seems like Anthony Edwards' usage is looking good. 9 for 22, 22 shots. But he's still a must roster guy. 0 assists. We know the efficiency is going to be rough. 10 rebounds, 3 steals. I mean, the defense is really there this game. 23 points. A must roster guy, despite his bad efficiency and high turnovers. Jaden McDaniels is a guy for sure you want to take a look at this point. 38 minutes. They finally got rid of the bullshit that starting Jared Vanderbilt and playing him 15 minutes. Just say we're gonna play McDaniel's 35 plus minutes, and this is what he can do. He's a pretty good blocks guy. This is what I like about him. He blocked a lot of shots. The rest of the line, I mean, the rest of the stuff may be inconsistent. He's a young guy, but he's worth a look at this point. The minutes are really high. Karl Anthony Towns, great game. 3 blocks, 5 assists, 12 rebounds. I think Cat wants to play, even though Timberwolves are out of the playoff, they're tanking also. But Cat wants to play. After all the stuff he's been going through, I don't think he's not gonna give a fuck. He just wants to go out there and play ball. You know, Malik Beasley, he's being pretty bad coming back. It's only been 2 games. I would hold on to him for a little while, but if the usage, he's still getting 30 plus minutes, so at least you could use him for stream. But really, he only give you points and threes. All the other categories are pretty much negative. And if he's not getting the shot, and if the shots are not falling, there's no point rostering him. Right? Maybe for threes only, he still hit 3 threes. Ricky Rubio, you hold on to him until D'Lo comes back. Honestly, we don't know. He might still be 2-3 weeks out for D'Lo. They're taking their sweet time with D'Lo. For the Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie and Harden, great. Harden actually surprisingly took 25 shots. I don't know, at this point, is Harden going for the MVP? Yeah, I mean, he has to. That's why he's just pretty aggressive this game. 25 points, again, put up the huge line. Almost his Rocket days. 38 points, 13 assists, 11 rebounds, still on the block. And went to free throw line 13 times. While Kyrie, still uber efficient. From the field, from the free throw line. 7 rebounds and 3 steals and a block. Good stuff from Kyrie. But we know with Harden around, Kyrie's assist number is going to dip. But that's okay. He's still a top 10 guy as long as he's playing. And guys like Bruce Brown, Joe Harris, these guys, you can definitely stream them. And you can move on from DeAndre Jordan, I think. Even Claxton was eating into DeAndre Jordan's minutes. And this game, they decided to go small. Right? The 2 centers combined, they played for 25, 26 minutes between DeAndre Jordan and Claxton. I think you can drop Claxton as well. Now that Blake Griffin is in the action, he's also eating into some of the center minutes. So it's a situation where nobody's really worth rostering, and at this point, maybe not even streaming, because Blake Griffin is coming in and take some of the center minutes away from all these guys. Right, all those guys not even playing 20 minutes. Yeah, so I would be very comfortable dropping all of them. Let's go to the next game. The Miami Heat beating the New York Knicks. Okay. The Heat, they're still struggling. They were the 4th seed in the East after losing a few games without Jimmy Butler. Boom, they're right there at the 8th spot. The competition in the East between the 4th seed and all the way down to the 9th seed, they're all pretty competitive, pretty close at the moment. Jimmy Butler, great, 27 points, 6 assists, 5 rebound, great efficiency everywhere, and a block. The steals is missing lately, but that's okay. Still putting up pretty good lines across the board. Trevor Ariza, 23 minutes with Jimmy Butler back. He's not a must-roster guy, I don't think. He played pretty well last game. We'll see. He might be getting 30 minutes, and in 30 minutes, he can't do enough damage. Bam, great. A steal, 2 blocks, 17 rebounds. Really, really good stuff. And the free throw is falling off 2 for 3 here, but Bam continued to be a top 25 guy, despite not having that many defensive stats compared to last year. He improved his free throw to 85+%. I mean, when he does that, yeah, obviously he's a top 20, top 24, top 25 guy. Goran Dragic, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, they all played okay. They're not must roster guys. Unless one of them played 35 plus. When Goran Dragic was hurt, Kendrick Nunn was playing 35, but now he's hurt out of the rotation. You can't really drop them. You can't drop them at this point. The Miami Heat really, and Oladipo still hasn't played the game, so for sure drop Duncan Robinson, drop Tyler Hero. Those guys not doing much. For the Knicks, Nerlens Noel, wow, he's a must roster guy with Mitchell. The bad news came out. Mitchell, what's his name? Mitchell Robinson, yes, he's already done his surgery and most likely out for season. And this is what Nerlens Noel can do, just like a Robert Williams, 11 rebounds, 2 steals, and 4 blocks in 30 minutes. Very scary stuff. And as a big man, he also get plenty of blocks as well. Sorry, steals. That's what I meant. Steals. I remember his second season, Northern Noel, when he was still with the Sixers, he put up like top 20 numbers due to the crazy steals and crazy block numbers. So whenever if this guy gets minutes, yeah, he's gonna be great in fantasy, in category leagues, in nine category leagues. You know, it just guys like this hard to get 30 plus minutes because they're so limited. You know, they only play defense. Offensively, very challenged. Julius Randle 35 minutes, 22. Yeah, it seemed pretty empty. And like I said, the free throws. It's been I think the past three weeks or so. I think Randall's free throws been pretty bad. But regardless, the counting stats is still great. Reggie Bullock 22 minutes, not interested. With Derrick Rose coming back, he did take some of the minutes away from Alec Burks. Alec Burks was playing 30 minutes every night, and now with Dito's back, I don't know Alec Burks. You can pretty much drop him now. 26 minutes is still high, but with all the guys back, he's not a must roster guy. Dito's could be rostered. I think can give you decent points in great efficiency and assists. And this season, his steal numbers is also pretty high, over one, like 1.1, 1.2. So I would take a look at D-Rose and I would just drop him whenever he gets hurt, for sure. Emmanuel quickly, yeah, the Knicks got so many guards, so yeah, feels bad 70 minutes. But whenever I think a couple weeks ago D-Rose was out. He had some opportunities playing 30 plus minutes, but he didn't really do much with it. RJ also played 32 minutes. The stats look pretty mediocre in 32 minutes last night. I guess it was a very low scoring game versus the Miami Heat, so nobody really, other than Donald Snell with his defensive numbers, nobody really popped out. The next game is the Toronto Raptors losing to Detroit. Wow, the Raptors. Wow, I don't remember they winning a game in the. I don't know. Yeah, they are not 1-9 in their last 10 games. I I mean, I worry about Kyle Lowry a little bit. They should just tank, honestly. Kyle Lowry stayed. I don't know. I worry about Kyle Lowry's value. In this game, you can see that Nick Nurse. I mean, they're not in all-in mode, so Kyle Lowry's minutes might just be low if the game's get out of control, right? Other Raptor guys, they're fairly young, right? So I wouldn't worry too much. It's just the Kyle Lowry that I worry. 24 minutes, a steal, 2 assists, 10 points. Also, he was a minus 23, so pretty bad from Kyle Lowry. Fred VanVleet took 20 shots. The defensive stats, lately disappeared for Fred VanVleet. 4 for 7 from, he's been pretty bad lately, Fred. Yeah, he's still 14th ranked player, averaging 1.7 steals and 0.7 blocks. But I just haven't seen him getting those defensive stats in a while. Pascal Siakam, bad from the bad against this bad Detroit team. I don't know why everybody on the Raptors struggled. Maybe just a bad night collectively for everybody. Siakam 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 14 points. Seemed pretty empty line. And OG did not have a steal, but 3 blocks is really good. 19 points and it was a minus 19. I mean, OG, Siakam, and Fred VanVleet, they should be good for the rest of the season. And Gary Trent Jr. Okay, played 38 minutes. Did 5 assists, 2 steals. Okay, I like it. The game before this, he was really bad. Just some threes and points, nothing else. This game, he brought the assists and the steals, hit 3 threes, and played 38 minutes. Yeah, if he's playing 38 minutes, he's a guy that I could consider rostering. But just so know, bad efficiency only really just give you points and threes. Most nights he's not gonna give you 2 steals. We know that, and 5 assists as well. Just weird game. Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry combined for 3 assists. Weird game from the Raptors and Chris Boucher. I mean, hey, like I said, if your playoff starts and Chris Boucher is getting 50 minutes, drop him. In 50 minutes, he still give you those juicy 3 blocks. So, yeah, you hold on to him if you want those blocks, because the blocks are so pretty hard to find on the waiver wire. You hold on to him. And Rodney Hood actually played 20 minutes. I don't know. Maybe they like this guy. They're gonna give this guy more and more minutes. We'll see. But Raptors, they're being a mess, and they are not looking good. Where are they at? They are, yeah, they're almost at the Wizards level. Yes, they are actually exactly at Wizards level in terms of record. They are 5 games out of the playoffs. So I don't know. Maybe they should just tank for the next 20 30 games. For the Detroit Pistons, Jeremy Grant continues to suck after hot early season start. His shooting just fallen off completely. 7 points, a steal and a block for rebound, and still pretty disappointing. Sadiq Bey continues to put up just great efficiency for him. 19 points, 4 assists, and nothing else. 5 threes. Not a must roster guy. Mason Plumlee, 5 fouls in 18 minutes. You still hold on to him until I don't know how much longer they're gonna play this guy. And then they're still giving Wayne Ellington minutes, 21 minutes. Man, and Saban Lee started. They switched things around. In 26 minutes, he pretty good game to be honest. 19 points, 5 assists, a steal and a block. Back from the free throw line, but yeah, they're just the rotation is at this point pretty really unclear. Other than out of all the young guys, I mean obviously Jeremy Grant gonna get 30 minutes and Sadiq Bey, sure, getting 30 plus minutes, but everybody else minutes is very up and down. Diallo actually went off 27 minutes, 19 and 10, a steal and 2 blocks, good efficiency everywhere. The stats look pretty juicy. I wouldn't. And Isaiah Stewart also got 30 minutes, 14 points and a block. Wow, that's because Mason Plumlee was in some kind of foul trouble. And Frank Jackson was starting playing 20, 25 minutes. Now this game plays 17. So I don't know what the coach is doing. Dennis Smith Jr. is still out for Detroit. Josh Jackson did not play this game. So I don't know. I mean, next game, Josh Jackson could play and take some of the minutes away from Saban Lee, Diallo, and Corey Joseph. Yeah, it's a mess. The guys that I like the most is probably Diallo. He put up pretty good stats, and the only thing is his free throw is pretty bad. Also, Josh Jackson, if given the minutes, bad free throw, but can give you those defensive stats. I also like that. Isaiah Stewart also have some good upside, but next game they could just all play, go back to play 20 minutes and not do anything. So this is still a wait and see situation until somebody can get consistent 30 minutes, like a Sadiq Bey. I wouldn't go and rush pick them up. Let's look at the next game. The Grizzlies beating the Rockets. Yeah, no surprise there. Grizzlies, Rockets is tanking. Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks. You should continue to hold on to this guy if you don't care about the field goal. 17 points, 4 assists is good. A steal, 2 threes, and 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Dylan Brooks continue to get so many shots and just so many minutes on this team. So you hold on to him. JJJ is coming back at the end of the April. That's like almost end of the playoffs. So yeah, like if you have him in your IR, I would just drop him. Yeah, and like if you have him in your IR and you don't need the IR spot, sure, if you want to just hold on to it. But if one of you guys is hurt and you're like, damn it, I already held him, through 80% of the season, should I just continue to hold? No, you drop him. If you need that IR spot, you for sure drop him. And if you don't have an IR spot, you absolutely should drop JJJ. It's been pretty disappointing this season. The guy does have like top 40, top 50 upside due to his block numbers, and he also hits so many threes coming from the power forward position. But we guess we'll see him next year and then draft him next year. I don't know. Pretty disappointing. Kyle Anderson, 23 minutes. I think he's worth holding on to just because JJJ's timetable got delayed, and who knows? Is he gonna return by the end of April? Who knows? Right? At this point, they might just shut him down. I don't know. Valanciunas, in the meantime, still putting up huge numbers. It's really just the rebound, the field goal, right? He's not giving you any blocks, really. The block numbers for the big man is pretty low, and that really hurts his value. Grayson Allen played just 7 minutes and got hurt. We'll see if he's hurt, then DeAnthony Melton and Desmond Bain, they're worth rostering, I think, especially DeAnthony Melton. DeAnthony Melton played 28 minutes. Scored a season high 23 points and 2 steals. So we just don't know. Like even with Grayson Allen out, it's not guaranteed that DeAnthony Melton gonna play 25 minutes. He got 28. Next year he might play 20 again, and then the next game play 30. Who knows? It's just really up and down. And I think if with Grayson Allen out, he's worth at least streaming. You know, John Moran just 12 points and 8 assists and nothing else. Bad efficiency everywhere. Pretty disappointing uh, season for John Morant. Tyus Jones, yeah, in 60 minutes, he actually put up better stats than John Moran. If John Moran ever gets hurt, Tyus Jones is a must roster guy. I think we know that. And Desmond Bain also had a pretty good game. 17 points on great efficiency, still on the block at three assists. For the Rockets, Daniel House came back. The reason he missed the last 2 games was, he had a family tragedy. So, I mean, good for him to, just come back. Just not that many days, like maybe come back in 3-4 days. Feel for this guy. 24 minutes, understandably, probably still in grief mode. Jason Tate, 33 minutes, did not bring the defensive stats. 24 points is great, maybe a season high for him. And Kelly Olynyk, great. We have to remember that Wood did not play the past 2 games. Kelly Olynyk, I mean, he could be a power forward. We don't know how Coach Sal is going to do. I mean, we know Christian Wood, when he comes back, he's going to play at the center, get majority of the center minutes. Are they going to play him and Kelly Olynyk together? When he was on the Miami Heat, for sure, we seen him and Bam playing together because he's a stretch four. Like, he can shoot. He doesn't have to play at the center. I would. I mean, the guy has upside, so I would take a look at him. When I say upside, because he's a big dude, he can hit threes, he can score a bunch, he can get assists, grab rebounds, steal block, he can do it all. So he does have good upside on this bad Rocket team. I would take a look at him, see what happens, especially if Wood comes back next game and he still get 25 plus minutes. And I think at that point, then he's probably maybe a must roster guy. Yeah, Kevin Porter Jr., the guy that we all love, took 17 shots. That's good. 10 points, only 10 points, no defensive stats, 5 assists. I think whenever John Wall plays, Kevin Porter Jr. he hasn't had a good game, playing next to John Wall. And he was a team worst, minus 16, while John Wall was a plus 10. So, yeah, if you sold high on him, congrats. At this point, you just hold. John Wall also really bad, 2 for 12 in real life, but in fantasy, really good. 8 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. How long are they going to play John Wall for? They have nothing to play for. They lose every game. Maybe John Wall is helping the cause. Maybe John Wall is helping them to lose games, right? Yeah. If I were the Rockets, I mean, Al Horford already, the Thunder decided to just sit him. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with John Wall. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna rest John Wall down the stretch, which they already do. They already started doing. So, yeah. For the next game is Dallas Mavericks beating Oklahoma City. No surprise, they are nobody on the OKC is. Everybody's hurt. Luka, good game. Only 3 rebounds, 7 assists, but 2 steals is nice. Pretty good efficiency from the field. And Kristaps Porzingis, just do this pretty consistently. Around 20 points a game, 9 rebounds. 5 assists is really good for him, and a steal and 2 blocks. Good game from Porzingis against this bad team. And guys like Josh Richardson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, Tim Hardaway Jr., none of those guys are that exciting. They could. It's worth streaming. And guys are in and out of the lineup, but I wouldn't roster any of them full time. I would stream them. And as we can see, with everybody healthy, Tim Hardaway Jr. only gets 20 minutes. Still put up a great line. 3 threes, 19 points. But most nights he's not really doing anything else other than points and threes. I think at this point of the season, we already know, the bench guys on the Mavericks, none of them is that exciting. Josh Richardson had a couple of good games and then just, go back to his old self. For the OKC, I think Alexei Prokashevsky, Isaiah Roby, Moses Brown, all 3 of them are, I think, I wouldn't say must roster, but you got to grab them if they're out there on the waiver wire. Moses Brown being the best, although he really struggled this game. He still put up 2 steals and 2 blocks. A really, really bad free throw and really, really bad. I mean, we know he's not gonna average like 20 rebound every game, he's gonna struggle. He actually really did -24 here against this Mavericks team. Understandably so, because Porzingis likes to go out and shoot threes. Yeah, so and Porzingis got good size as well. So understandably, but I think he probably has the, you know, now that Al Horford is out of the way for the entire season, you know, for the other two guys, Darius Bazley probably gonna come back at some point. So, you know, maybe a week or two from now, they're not gonna get 30 plus minutes every single night. But a bad game from Moses Brown. But a must roster guy could have a top 50, 60 finish. Isaiah Roby struggled from the field, but nine rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. And also bad from the free throw line. Yeah, he's worth rostering in my opinion. And Pokusevski, scored a bunch, 21 points and two rebound. Three threes and 6 rebound. No defensive stats. He's also a guy that I like. Although his shooting percentage is horrible, but he can do it all. He's like a Kelly Olynyk, a big guy, a pretty big dude, can block some shots, get some steals, even get some assists and hit threes. Like can really do it all. So I like guys like that. And I mean Shea is also hurt, so who is running the offense on this team? Nobody got over. I guess Ty Jerome got 5 assists. But their starting point guard, Theo Maledon, was a -26 and only had 1 assist. We know who Theo at this point, and unless he give us more steals, I wouldn't really touch him. And Siv had played 27 minutes. He's only a three-point guy, maybe 3 points, nothing else. So I wouldn't really touch him. And Kedron Williams, just if the guy gets 25, 30 minutes, I think he can be worth rostering. The minutes is too low. And Ty Jerome, 30 minutes, pretty good. 5 assists, 2 steals, 11 points. But on this team, I think the packing order is Moses Brown, Pokusevski, Isaiah Roby, Theo Maledon. That should be the order who you should pick up in category leagues, in my opinion. Let's go on to the next game. The Sacramento Kings, they're winning games. Look at that. Where are they at? The Kings, they're 11th. How many games? Wow, they can make a late season push. They're only 2.5 games out of the 8th seed. They actually been playing quite well, 7-3. That's pretty impressive. And the Pelicans, they are only 3 games, so they're all still within striking distance. The Kings, they're playing so well lately. De'Aaron Fox really playing really well lately. 24 points. Good efficiency everywhere. That's the most important thing. 5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Great from De'Aaron Fox. And Tyrese Halliburton also put up a huge line. 15 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. Rashawn Holmes also killed. Everybody played well, honestly. 23 and 12, a steal and 3 blocks against the San Antonio Spurs. That's not easy to do. Buddy Hield hit 5 threes, 20 points, and a steal. You have to roster him due to his 4 threes a game, right? Harrison Barnes, 14 points and nothing else. And Dylan Wright, we see the minutes is low. So if you still got him, yeah, you can really drop him. Playing 20 to 23 minutes, not enough playing time for Dylan. And let's look at the Spurs. DeRozan, the efficiency has fallen off quite a bit lately. 17 points, 18 assists is still good. 5 for 5 for free throw line. Keldon Johnson, yeah, he's not a must roster guy. You want to drop him. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to stream him, because what category does he really give you? Maybe 5 rebounds, that's it. Yeah, I'll drop him. I feel pretty good about it. Jacob Poeltl, wow, 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks. If his free throw wasn't so bad, he could be a top 50, 60 guy. Really, really good rebounder. Just like a Moses Brown, and really, really good blocks guy. And his role on this team is very secure for the rest of the season. Derek White, also to me a must roster guy. A guy who can do it all. 19 points, a steal, good efficiency. Just want to see him getting more defensive stats and more assists. This game he mainly did the scoring. Dejounte Murray, took 18 shots. I think the Spurs, given this roster, they're probably gonna miss the playoffs. I don't know. Other than DeRozan, everybody is. I don't know. I feel like in the East Western Conference, you know, consider they're still above 500. 500. Popovich is still great. But I think some of those teams are gonna catch up to them. You know, Devontae Murray. You know, the defensive stats is just very very low. Was a minus 25. Where's Devontae on the season? You know, the steal numbers is the steal and the assist is pretty low for Devontae. 61st ranked player, averaging 5.3 assists and 1.4 steals. You know, I feel like he could be a 1.7, 1.8 steals guy, and the 5.3 assists is also low because DeRozan is, you know, taking a lot of the assists away from him as well. Patty Mills continues to get 20, 25 minutes and hit some threes. He could be a streamer if you really, really want those threes. If they have a back-to-back, sure. I would not touch him in all the other scenarios. Rudy Gay, again, only 20 minutes, 10 points for rebound, 2 steals is pretty good, nothing else. Rudy Gay continues to just only get 20 minutes, even when with everybody out. Popovich just refused to play him huge minutes, I guess. We got 3 more games left. This game, not much to talk about. An ass beating. The Cavaliers got destroyed. And Larry Nance Jr. did not play this game. What kind of injury did Larry Nance has? Why did he? Oh, yeah, he was sick. I guess a lot of the NBA guys are getting the vaccine, so if they're getting their second shot, you know, they're probably gonna miss. That's why a lot of guys were getting sick. So there shouldn't be a big problem. Should be back next game. Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, you know, Colin Sexton pretty good. The 2 steals, you know, if he can do as a guard, if he can give us more threes, more steals, more assists, that would be really nice. He's averaging the points is fine, averaging 23, 24 points. For Garland, a minus 33, really really bad. But 5 assists, 5 rebound is good. You know, those 2 guards were averaging like 2.2 something rebound while playing 35 minutes. You know, playing 35 minutes, you should try to get, you know, 4 rebound is not that hard. I feel like. With Larry Nance Jr. out of the way, with Jarrett Allen, maybe all the guards can get a bit of rebound. Okay game from Garland as well. I wouldn't read too much into it. You know, Cavs, they got some injuries going on. Guys are out, so it's just a game you can forget. For the Jazz, so strong. Bogdanovich, so bad. Don't roster him. You can stream him for points only. Royce on you. I mean, it was a blowout, so everyone's minutes are pretty low. Rudy Gobert in 27 minutes had 17 rebounds, 2 steals and 4 blocks. I remember, you know, when TJ McConnell had his 10 steals game, it was against the Cavaliers as well. So maybe Cavaliers, they just like to donate. You know, Rudy Gobert also got 2 steals this game. Donovan Mitchell, 19 points. You know, okay. And Mike Conley, 18 and 5. You know, everybody on the Jazz, other than Rudy Gobert, everybody put up okay line just because the game wasn't that competitive. Right? Joe Ingles played 18 minutes and was a plus 32. So we know when Joe Ingles played, he was really contributing to the winning. I wouldn't hate it, the idea that I want to go and grab Ingles. He's been getting a lot of minutes. He's been playing really well. I wouldn't hate it. You know, if you want to grab him, sure. And Jordan Clarkson continued to struggle. He's making over 3 threes a game this season. I would still hold on to him for that reason alone. You know, a pretty big 3-point guy. The efficiency is really off. He's still taking 14 shots, around 14, 15 shots a game. So once the efficiency come back up, he could have 15, 16 points and 3 threes. That's good enough, I think, for a 9-category league. Let's go on to the next game. Oh boy, the Bulls. They made all these big trades, going all in to make the playoffs this season, and what happened? You know, they're still losing games. Where's the Bulls? They're 3 games out of the playoffs. They lost 2 straight. No, not good. Zach LaVine, after the game, he said he's gonna miss a few games. I think he's got an ankle injury going on. There's no point playing through it. So if he end up missing some games, I think Satoransky's value will go up. I think Kobe White, maybe it's time to pick him up back again. If LaVine end up missing some time, which seems to be likely. Vucevic, great, 21. You know, it doesn't really matter what team he goes. He's still putting up the big numbers. 21 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block. 30 cent, 30 cent. What is up with this guy? 23 minutes, but still crazy good efficiency. 10 points are still in a block. You hold on to him. He's putting up numbers every game, regardless of how many minutes he plays. Every single game he's putting up the numbers. Pretty good game from Patrick Williams as well. Still in the block, 4 assists, 14 points. Not a must roster guy, we know that. Satoransky, uh, he's not a must roster because him and Kobe White is still kind of like sharing the minutes. There's nobody like a clear starter playing 30 plus minutes every night. With Zach Levine out, it's worth grabbing. Satoransky can give you the assists and the steals and good efficiency for a point guard. And Laurie Markkinen, is it time to drop? He came off the bench, so even though he's a power forward, the arrival of Vucevic does impact. And Wendell Carter Jr. is out of the way, but this also impacted him a little bit. Daniel Theis came in and played 22 minutes. I would monitor. So basically, all three young guys on the Bulls. Well, Wendell Carter Jr. is gone, but Laurie Markkinen, man, I would if he can get 30 minutes a night, he's for sure a drop. I would hold on to him for 1 or 2 more games just to make sure that, hey, this is gonna be a trend moving forward. If it is, it's like Kobe White. You gotta drop him. Not really contributing that much in category leagues while getting 30 minutes. So if he plays 20, 25, yeah, there's no point. For the Warriors, Curry came back. That was actually a surprise. I thought. I guess the Warriors, they're not trying to tank. They're trying to make the playoffs and make some noise. So, good for them. Curry came back against the bad Bulls team. Great, 32 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Cal Oubre Jr., 18-11. Okay game. The efficiency is still rough. Andrew Wiggins, look at that. Filled up the stat sheet. 21 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 53% from the field. 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. This is what we want to see coming out of the Andrew Wiggins. I mean, he has the ability to get the defensive stats, and if he can give us 4 assists a game, that would be great. James Wiseman also 4 blocks is really nice, but he was a -8, played 27 minutes. That just shows that he's still not good. I know it's just one game. That's why Steve Kerr said he doesn't want to give this guy more minutes. If you want, he's not a big rebound guy either. If you want some efficiency and blocks, sure, take a look at him. Draymond played well. 11 points, actually. That's really good. He had like 0 points the other game. Still in the block, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, filled up the stat sheet. I feel like Draymond just plays so well whenever Curry plays. Seems to be a trend. And with Curry back, you can't really drop Jordan Poole. Only got 17 minutes this game. Let's go on to the next game. The last game of the night. The Milwaukee Bucks losing to the Clippers. Giannis, 32 points. Good efficiency from the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block. Okay game from Giannis. Chris Middleton, 15, and was both guys was a -30. I don't know what happened this game. They just got destroyed. Chris Middleton, pretty empty, 15 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds, nothing else. They got destroyed, so, couple guys' minutes pretty low. Although the big three still play 35 minutes. Brook Lopez, 2 blocks, you hold on to him. He's guys like this, and they're going to be very up and down. He might block, he might just have like 1 block, 7 points for 1 week. The next game, he will go off with like 2 steals and 5 blocks. With 5-3, so you still hold on to him. In category leagues, he's that good. Dante DiVincenzo, 28 minutes. Disappointing, but give us 2 steals and 6 rebounds, so I'll take it. Still good enough. While Drew Holiday filled up the stat sheet in a losing effort. 24 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and block. Really, really good. And good efficiency from the field and from the free throw line. And Pat Connaughton surprisingly got 31 minutes. But we know if this guy get 30, 35, doesn't really matter. He's not putting up huge stats. For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. Oh yeah, Paul George was out of this game. I believe it's a back-to-back. There's a possibility Kawhi misses the next game. The two Clipper guys, they are, Paul George, I mean, also was, have some kind of low management. I don't know. That's just what they are. Although Kawhi Leonard, he did play back to backs, but lately he's gonna, I don't know. I don't know the status for tonight. Maybe he plays. I don't know. But whenever he plays, he's a top five guy. 8 assists, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, good efficient. Although missed all 6 threes, 23 points. Really good game. While Marcus Morris was a plus 30, really destroyed the Bucks. 25 points, really went off. I wouldn't go and grab him after this game. Mainly just give you some 3 cent points. Zubac, I think he's a must roster guy. Serge Ibaka is still out. We understand that when he's out, we gotta grab Zubac. 9 rebounds, a steal, 6 points. Luke Kennard, wow, started played really well. 8 for 11, crazy efficiency. But this guy, we know he doesn't give us any defensive stats, right? That's a very very big issue with his fantasy game. So I wouldn't. He really just give you points and threes, to be honest. Batum, 26 minutes. He's a guy that can really fill up the stat sheet. Still in the block. Lately, he's not really get any defensive stats. I'll be okay. Just only stream him. And Terrence Mann. Let's talk about him a little bit. 34 minutes again. His minutes has been trending up. And a guy with some good upside. 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Can give you assists. Can give you some defensive stats. Kind of a guy that, the Clippers, they do have a lot of injuries going on. That's one of the reasons he's able to get 30 plus minutes every single night. At this point, he's getting such high minutes. I wouldn't hate it to stream him, see what happens. If he continues to get 30 plus minutes, I would roster him. That's it for all the games. I'll see you guys later.